Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today, and this week sees everyone's favorite neighborhood web crawler back to battle the multiverse in Spider-Man No Way Home. Hitting store shelves along with everyone's favorite killer doll has slashed movie screens, and now it's time to terrorize TV in Chucky Season 1. And Arrow Video is releasing a 4K edition of the 1994 gothic horror drama classic, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we are at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Walmart, and yeah, it's a little bit empty over here, yeah, a little shoddy over there, but forget all of that because we have spider goodness, baby. Oh yes, another week where they did their due diligence on physical media love. Well, just a wee bit, but we'll definitely take it with Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, the DVD digital for $17.96, the Blu-ray DVD digital for $22.96, all that 4K love for $27.96, and unfortunately that Walmart exclusive, the one that everybody is searching for, well, what do you know, it's empty. Damn it, me dude. Seriously, this is a cover that everybody loves. Basically, it's like Spider-Man, and he's looking at all, like, the city background and the monitors, and they're all saying, like, Public Enemy #1 and Traitor and everything. It's really cool. I wish I would have seen it here, but I have a feeling that is a very hot commodity, and I can see why it's not here. People are definitely buying that up like a mofo. Maybe one day we will, but for the time being, yeah, not so much. But hey, patience will pay off eventually. It will indeed. But hey, we still got a decent amount of Spider-Man love we're showing off, and that ain't half bad, guys. The best Marvel movie of all time. Well, I'm not quite sure, but damn, is it a contender. Holy shit is it, man. You know, I was highly anticipating this. I saw this in the movie theater with John, Van, Bob, all the boys, man. We were definitely there for the Spider-Man love because we've been loving the MCU version of Spider-Man. And if you remember, you need a little bit of a refresher course at the end of Far From Home. Mysterio ended up revealing that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Oh shit, yes, indeed. And all the complications start from there. And he's like, God, everybody knows who I am. It's complicated, and they don't quite understand. And it's ruining my life. It's ruining my friend's life. And he goes to Doctor Strange, of all people, and says, hey, you know, we were in space together. We kind of helped each other out. Can you do me a favor? Can you erase the fact that nobody remembers who I am? That nobody remembers that I'm Spider-Man? Well, I can. But if I erase everybody, it's going to be everybody. And, well, you know Peter. He gets in his own way. He complicates the spell. And, oh, does it go horribly, horribly wrong. Oh, does it indeed. This is such a really phenomenal movie. I loved every second of this film. I love the characters. I love the plot. I love the interactions, the CGI, the music. Everything is so expertly done here. It also helps the fact that Spider-Man is incredibly likable here. Tom Holland has really grown into his own as the ever-loving web crawler. I love how they really portrayed his character through the MCU films and the complications and the struggles of being a teenager and the fun of it as well, on top of also being a superhero. It ain't easy, folks. It isn't. And boy, for Peter Parker, man, boy, and he thought homework was rough. Oh man, indeed he did. I thought they've really done a great job of developing that character and maturing him over so many films. I've loved it. I've loved his relationship with MJ and Ned, and they just do even more here. And the fact of introducing the multiverse. I mean, look, there are so many complications to the multiverse, and the idea that it could go horribly wrong and blow up in Marvel's face. And they took a real gamble with this film, and it paid off in spades, bringing back some amazing character actors, amazing villains, amazing heroes as well. Man, this is pure perfection in every single way. Literally, it is the culmination of being a Spider-Man lover over the course of so many years, so many decades, and it was such an experience being in the theater. I laughed, I cried, I was freaking emotional, dude. I was having such a ride with this film. I loved every single goddamn second of it, dude. I really did. And honestly, I can't think of anything that would have made this film better. It's literally perfection from top to bottom. It's everything I wanted it to be, and honestly, everything that I didn't know I needed until I actually saw it, and now I want more of it. I so do. It's so goddamn good. It really is, man. It's heartbreaking, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's thrilling. It's everything and so much more. Man, if they do more of these films for the next phase of the MCU, consider me a big fan in a big bad way. My God, this was absolutely amazing, and it just proves that when you do a good Spider-Man story, people will dig it. It is one of the most highest grossing films of all time. There's a reason why, because it's just that damn good. It really honestly is. Oh man, am I jonesing for more Spider-Man in my life? And No Way Home definitely proves that you can't get enough of the fabulous, wonderful, friendly, and neighborhood Spider-Man. And for all you Spider-Man lovers out there that haven't picked up any of the Spider-Man films before, I mean, seriously, why haven't you yet? But if you haven't, for some odd reason, they do have the Blu-ray digital of all three of the newer ones, Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, for $34.96. Not half bad at all either. And if that wasn't enough for all the Spider-Man goodness, I mean, at least over on this side, they decided, oh, that's not enough. We need a little bit more over on this side. Oh, we do. The single releases of Homecoming and Far From Home. Of course, we have the amazing Spider-Man collection of 1 and 2. Spider-Man 3. Yeah, there's a little bit more Spider-Man goodness over here, just if you needed more Spider-Man fix. And honestly, who doesn't? Seriously, man. Very nice. Some Spider-Man love indeed, minus the Walmart exclusive. Patience will pay off on that eventually. We'll see it, but I can see why it's selling out in a big bad way. But hey, you got to appreciate all the Spider-Man love this week, and Walmart was definitely providing it. Not half bad. Let's head out. Yes, another week and more physical media to check out, and I'm so glad that Walmart had the physical media love this week, because let's be honest, if they didn't have Spider-Man No Way Home, that'd be a goddamn sin. That really honestly would, man. But they had enough copies out there to satisfy the Spider-Man lovers out there. Maybe not the exclusive, which I wish we would have seen, but well, beggars can't be choosers, folks. Hey, if you want it, I'm sure you can get it online, or, well, you'll have to pay a premium on eBay. Well, either way, if you want it, you're gonna get it, guys. And why wouldn't you? Because Spider-Man is fucking awesome, and that movie is fucking killer. Indeed it is. So glad that they have so many copies. Not maybe everything I was hoping to see, but hey, I'll take it. Indeed, I will, for yet another week of physical media glory. Not bad, but honestly, there is more stores to go see a little bit more Spider-Man love, so how about we check it all out? Alright, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. But before I go in, I gotta talk to you guys about something. Now, if you are a fan of Kevin Smith, like I am, you kind of want to know what he's been up to lately. What has he been directing? Is anything coming out? Well, there is. However, you watching it might be a little harder than you might imagine. From Bloody Disgusting, Kevin Smith horror movie Kilroy was here, finally releasing soon as limited NFT? Let's dive in, shall we? Kevin Smith returns to horror with the upcoming anthology film Kilroy Was Here, which originally began as a Krampus film before being rewritten. The horror comedy creature anthology was inspired by the Kilroy Was Here graffiti that was prominent during World War II. And at one point, we had been expecting it back in 2021. Alas, the release never happened. More recently, we had learned just about 1 year ago that Kilroy Was Here was going to be released in a highly untraditional way, being offered up exclusively in the NFT space. And that's still the plan, as Deadline has reported more on the release strategy today. Deadline reports Smith and his producers Jordan Monsanto of Smodco and David Shapiro of Semcor have partnered with Secret Networks Legendo to launch NFTs of their horror anthology Kilroy Was Here. Smith's film will be the first in history released in this format, expanding the possibilities of what NFTs can provide in a quickly evolving entertainment business. The movie itself, along with exclusive content from the film, behind-the-scenes footage, commentary track, will be launched as a 5,555-piece generative art NFT collection on Secret Network's primary NFT minting program, which will collaborate with Semcor and Curio, the premier NFT platform for entertainment brands, to produce the Kilroy Was Here collection. In other words, you won't be able to watch Kilroy Was Here unless you have the crypto key that unlocks the film. Smith also notes in the report that he's working on a brand new chapter of the anthology saga, with the NFT purchase giving you the rights to make your own Kilroy stories. If this is the future of film consumption, count me out. Oh, man. Seriously? So I now have to buy the movie through an NFT program for me to see it. So it's not on a streaming platform, can't get it through physical. Nope, I have to now go through NFTs. Man, you know, when I say it gets harder to watch movies, I ain't lying. Okay, holy shit. God damn, man. I don't know if I like this, all things considered. And look, I do love Kevin Smith. I love old school Kevin Smith, maybe not exactly new school, but I still appreciate the guy. But this makes no sense, dude. I mean, on one hand, it's great that there's new and creative ways to put your product out there to the masses. Okay, fair enough. We're living in a very plentiful entertainment world where there's so much possibilities to put your stuff on a platform. If it ever gets seen on the platform, that's a whole nother issue, but at least it's out there. You can do it through YouTube, you can do it through streaming, you can do it through physical media. There's a lot of avenues. And I guess now NFT is another one of them. But then again, how many people are actually going to buy the goddamn thing? I mean, unless you're a hardcore Kevin Smith lover and want to get into crypto, and sure, I guess. I mean, then maybe then you'll do it. But honestly, anybody else is like, why should I do that when maybe it'll come to physical media at some point, maybe on a streaming platform? Hell, somebody who's going to buy the crypto key and see the movie, they're probably going to pirate the goddamn thing. So it's going to be on a pirated site eventually anyways. So I don't understand this strategy. I mean, look, I've talked about streaming and the algorithm hell and how it just gets buried. What do you think this is going to be? It's going to be the same goddamn thing. How many people are literally going to buy cryptocurrency in order to watch a new Kevin Smith film? Seriously. How many of you motherfuckers are going to do that shit? I know I'm not, and I like the guy. I mean, seriously, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And he's just burying his own film because of it. And it makes no sense. I mean, I understand he wants to keep more control of his film rights and everything, but at the end of the day, how is this exactly a good strategy? I mean, crypto is a very popular thing, and NFTs are becoming more popular as well. I get it, but for your entertainment purposes, for purchasing movies, you now need cryptocurrency to do it. Look, guys, there are so many complications when watching a movie nowadays. I mean, God knows you need to end up subscribing to so many platforms in order to get all the content you actually watch. And now Kevin Smith has said, well, on top of all that, shit, you better get into crypto, baby, if you want to see some of my shit. My God, man. Is this what he's going to be doing now? Is this the future? Are we going to get rid of streaming and now go completely here? I don't know, man. I mean, streaming is so popular, I don't see that ending anytime soon, and I don't know if the crypto thing is really going to take off like they think it might. This is just very baffling to me. You know, I've heard of filmmakers, you know, limiting the access to their movies, but damn, man, this is going a stretch or two, isn't it? Damn, it is. I will watch it eventually. I love horror anthologies. I'd love to see what Kevin Smith does with a horror flick. I'm interested to find out. I like Tusk, but this is just a bridge too far. It really honestly is, man. I mean, are you going to pay for this? Are you going to get your NFT fix in order to watch a new Kevin Smith flick? Or are you just going to say, fuck it, man? Right now, I'm going to say, fuck it. As much as I love the guy and love the filmmaker, I just don't see how this benefits the entertainment industry, how this benefits any filmmakers out there. And with the way that the world is now and how you're paying for a lot more stuff nowadays, how is this really helping? I'm just saying. Let me know what you think about that. I've never dived into NFTs or cryptocurrency, and I don't think I'm going to do it anytime soon. But let me know how good the movie is. I'm dying to know. I'll see it at some point, but it ain't through NFTs. That's for damn sure. Oh, man. But hey, it is what it is. Definitely let me know. But in the meantime, while there is physical media love, there's Spider-Man physical media love. And hopefully Target will have all of the fixins. How about we go in? Check it out. Oh, the good old Spidey and his multiverse madness in Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, nice little display. Small, but, you know, we don't get many displays anymore, so I'll definitely take it. That's for damn sure. So how about we get into all that Spidey goodness with the Blu-ray DVD digital of Spider-Man No Way Home for $24.99. The DVD digital for $19.99. Oh, all that 4K love for $29.99. And actually, it's kind of weird because this doesn't have the slipcover with it, but the one at Walmart does. Curiosity. They have that. They also have that 3-movie collection Blu-ray digital for $34.99. And oh, lest we forget that Target would have that exclusive goodness. Oh, 4K Blu-ray digital only at Target exclusive for $27.99 with fan art edition collectible card. Though we know how much Target really loves their art cards, don't we? Yeah, we definitely do, man. Not a bad addition, actually. Pretty cool. I kind of like the artwork on that. I mean, this artwork is very basic. It's still decent, but I kind of do dig this art. I remember seeing it online a while ago, and I was kind of like, it kind of doesn't look great to me, but seeing it in person, actually, it kind of impresses. I'm kind of digging it, not gonna lie. It looks actually pretty cool. Not too bad at all, man. And, oh, this movie, man. When we're talking about the multiverse, that's the shit. Indeed it is. It's so good, man. And what makes it so good is the nostalgia to it, isn't it? I mean, that's what really makes it phenomenal. And nostalgia as of late in Hollywood, to me, hasn't exactly been handled the right way. Movies like Matrix Resurrections, Scream 5, and even Ghostbusters Afterlife, in my opinion, doesn't really do the nostalgia justice. It just feels like it's kind of tacked on, and it doesn't really add anything to the story exactly. It's kind of just there to be there and doesn't really add any value. And where those fail, this succeeds, and it succeeds rather successfully. But why? Why does this succeed where those other ones failed and failed hard? And I think there's a few reasons why. One, I think it's Kevin Feige. I mean, my Lord and Savior, Mr. Feige, has really been there from the beginning of this whole Marvel stuff, especially when it comes to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. He was there. He was helping Avi Arad and all those executives make that movie. Yes, he wasn't a higher up the way he is now, but he got to see how movies were made. He got to experience those films and be behind the scenes and be one of the creative forces behind it. And he sees how storytelling can really work and how storytelling can be absolutely amazing and break barriers and really add to the collective consciousness of cinema. Well, of course, it also doesn't hurt the fact that he's a huge Spider-Man fan, so getting to do the multiverse gives him so many storytelling opportunities to dive into, and man, did he take advantage of it. Bringing back some really great movie iconic Spider-Man villains like Doc Ock and Green Goblin, Sandman, Electro, Lizard, and the fact that he got the same actors to come back that were in previous franchises is freaking amazing, dude. I mean, trying to get all those people on board to say, yeah, come back and do this movie and have one more go at it. It's a great opportunity for any actor to come back and revisit a role that was really wonderful and really made people happy. I mean, once you die as a villain in a lot of these movies, you never get to come back. So the opportunity to do it one more time was probably a really great pleasure to have. Not only, of course, the villains, but come on, man. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. Oh, man. When they came on screen, it was absolutely electrifying. It was like the crowd was like at like a football game or a baseball game cheering like you wouldn't believe. It was craziness. It was so amazing to be in the theater when that happened, man. It was glorious, to say the least. It was truly, truly fantastic. And I think, again, what makes this movie great nostalgia-wise over those other films that I mentioned is the fact that, yes, these characters are kind of used as props in a certain way, but they're not cameos for the sake of being cameos. They're not just there to show up for nostalgia's sake. They actually have a purpose. They actually do something within the story and actually forward the plot. And what I like about the stuff with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield is that it's not just the fact that they're there to basically be a great support to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but they also does a great job in fleshing out their characters of what has been kind of going on since we've seen them last. They talk about the grief of losing certain characters and how maybe certain things have happened since we've last seen them, and some really great development that has been going on. And the fact that they get their moment to shine just as equally as Tom Holland does. And that's what I love the most. I mean, if you're going to bring back Tobey Maguire, if you're going to bring back Andrew Garfield and a bunch of these villains, you don't want to do it just for the sake of doing it. I mean, yeah, it's cool to see it, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like seeing the Ghostbusters in Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's great to see, you know, Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and all those people, but it was just a glorified cameo at the end of the day. It didn't really mean much to the overall story. There was actually a purpose here. There was actually a meaning to it, and it actually felt like they were used in a proper way instead of just used for the sake of a cameo. And that's what I appreciate about this. I mean, look, there are so many opportunities to dive into with the multiverse, so many great ideas to be had. And some are going to work better than others. We're in the very early phases of the multiverse, guys. Trust me. There's going to be a hell of a lot more craziness that's going to happen. But honestly, if Marvel is smart, if they're really clever in how they do it, this could be a really amazing venture for the MCU. And Spider-Man No Way Home shows that if you're imaginative about it and use it in the best ways possible, then the outcomes are absolutely spectacular. No doubt about it, man. I gotta tell you, I can't always agree with nostalgia in Hollywood, and sometimes it falls flat in its face, but this time, god damn, did it exceed my expectations, and damn, was it absolutely amazing. And from one physical media section to another, well, we still got all the Spider-Man goodness and all the love. Of course we do. What do you think, they're only going to do it over in this section? I mean, seriously, guys, if they only did it here, they'd be nuts. They need it all over the place. But we just don't have the Spider-Man goodness. We also have little indie drama love with Come On, Come On, the Blu-ray digital for $16.99. Oh, nice. Haha. Not bad for a little indie love. It can't all be blockbuster goodness, guys. Come on now. Now, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to because of Joaquin Phoenix. I am a Joaquin Phoenix fan. He's a great fucking actor, dude. And I'm like, okay. I figured, like, okay, after he did Joker, he got the Oscar, where would he go next? Well, he doesn't always exactly do the thing that everybody thinks he's going to do. He does a little bit of things off the beaten path. And an indie family drama? Why the hell not, man? So, like I said, I got a chance to watch this, and basically it's about this guy who interviews kids, a certain study that he's doing, and his sister ends up having some issues with her ex-husband. She has to go and help him out, and so he has to take care of his nephew, somebody who he really doesn't have a relationship with, doesn't really know all that much, and it's sort of like a great little drama between him and the nephew, them getting to know each other, the hardships, the struggles, the laughs, the fun, and everything in between. And I really dug this movie. I thought it was good. I mean, yes, it is kind of slow. It's a little bit sluggish. It's about an hour 45 and change, give or take, somewhere around there. But for me, I actually was always entertained by the movie, and I think I was because I like the dialogue between the characters. It felt like they were real people. It didn't feel like it was artificial, like melodrama stuff. It actually felt like it was literally this guy trying to figure out his nephew, trying to figure out the emotions of what he should be dealing with as far as kids are concerned. Because all he's ever done is actually interviewed somebody, right? You know, all prepared questions, things that he's interested in knowing what a certain particular answer might be to it. But actually dealing with a kid day to day is something that he scarcely knows nothing about. And so the relationship between him and the boy is quite unique and interesting. And his relationship with the sister being very strained, it's kind of unique. The idea of this man looking at his life through younger eyes and seeing things that he did wrong, things that he did right, things that he needs to fix. I thought it was very introspective. I thought it was very well made. I thought the characters were very well rounded. I thought the dialogue was really clever and touching, and it felt real to me. It felt like real situations with real people, and I really appreciated that, man. I thought it was quite interesting, actually. I mean, yeah, it might go on for maybe a little bit too long, but honestly, it never really bothered me. I was into the movie enough where I kind of was digging it. Not gonna lie, man. The performances are really great, even from the little kid. He goes toe-to-toe with Joaquin Phoenix and holds his own, does an amazing job. Joaquin Phoenix is very touching here and very relatable as well. Usually that's not something you can really say with Joaquin Phoenix, but he did a really good job there as well. And I appreciated the fact that this movie was in black and white. As an old school black and white lover, as somebody who really doesn't see that a lot anymore, I really appreciated that. I mean, movies like Belfast, which is absolutely amazing, that's in black and white, and this as well. There's something about black and white that is really classy to me and really unique. And I always love seeing modern filmmakers doing that. Yeah, it may seem lazy to some, but not really. I think it's actually really creative, and you could do some really great things with black and white. And so, overall, I did like this movie. It's not perfect, mind you, but if you like family dramas, I think this movie is right up your alley. It's not bad. And there's not many movies where I felt like the drama was real, the characters felt realistic. This is one of the better ones. Crazy enough as it is, but the movie actually was really satisfying. And I gotta give Mike Mills a lot of credit because he actually did a great job directing it, getting the performances. He's not really a director that many people know about. I mean, he did Beginners with Ewan McGregor and Christopher Plummer, which is absolutely amazing. I love that flick, but he's done a lot of short flicks. He's not really well known, but hopefully after this, he gets a lot more love because he really pulled off a pretty solid drama. And honestly, nowadays, that's not easy to pull off. A lot of it is over the top, melodramatic, in your face, like a Lifetime movie. But come on, actually felt kind of realistic to real life. And I really appreciated that. I thought it was really solid, actually. Not bad after all, man. Wasn't expecting much from it, but was kind of pleasantly surprised. Not bad, man. And not bad with physical media. Love, of course. Come on. Spider-Man goodness. You can't beat that. And of course, hey, maybe sprinkle in a little indie drama as well. Not half bad. I'll definitely take it, man. Hope you will too. Definitely digging it. Let's head out. Target continues to make physical media proud. Indeed it does. Okay, well, not maybe 100% because, well, they didn't have everything that I wanted. Like Chucky. I wanted the killer doll love. And I was asking the electronics manager, I was like, hey, what about the Chucky series? And he's like, yeah, we're Target, we're not going to carry that. And I'm like, What? Oh, man. But besides that minor disappointment, they did have the physical media goodness. They had all the Spider-Man love, even exclusive Spider-Man goodness, and an indie flick as well. Hey, sprinkle that in. Why the hell not, man? Hey, they had to have Spider-Man. Again, if they didn't have Spider-Man, just like it would have been with Walmart, it would have been a goddamn crime. And I would have called 911 in a heartbeat and arrested somebody's ass. Oh, indeed I would, man. But hey, I don't have to do that. They have all the physical media Spidey goodness, and I definitely appreciate it. Definitely makes me a very happy Spider-Man lover. Oh, absolutely it does. And I hope it does for you as well. But now that we've seen all the Spider-Man goodness here, how about we head out and hopefully see more that is on the way? All right, everybody. We are at our third location, the second Walmart. I'm going to go and check out if there's anything interesting worth showing off. If there is, I'll bring it back to Film Fan 108H2 and show it off to each and every one of you. But before I do that, I got to talk about a trailer with you guys. And, you know, Netflix is putting out a lot of stuff that I'm really excited about. And then there's the occasional head scratcher, like Penta Verde. Wait a minute. Penta what? Oh, shit. Have you seen this? Oh, Lord. From the mind of Mike Myers, and God help us all. What the fuck did I just watch? Jesus. Okay, man. So, it's just a teaser trailer. You don't really get much of the story exactly, but I guess there's this secret society that has been behind the scenes helping out, and apparently now there's a big threat that's coming and they have to recruit this special person, and all these personalities come together to have to save the day. I have no goddamn clue. All I know is that Mike Myers is dressing up in crazy outfits again, putting on fat suits, and just going on a lot of crazy multiple personality rides yet again. God. Man, okay, look, I'm gonna be real here, okay? I've kind of been missing Mike Myers a little bit. You know, he had that small cameo role in Inglourious Basterds, and I really liked him in that. And he was in that Margot Robbie flick a long while ago, which I really enjoyed. And I was kind of like, man, I'm kind of missing Mike Myers. I kind of like him, dude. And then I remember the days of, like, the bad Austin Powers stuff and the Love Guru and some of that other shit. And I'm like, maybe I didn't miss him as much as I thought I did. Like, and this looks exactly like that, dude. I mean, literally, it looks like him just basically doing multiple characters for the sake of multiple characters and going crazy and wild with accents and hairdos and different languages and accents, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, you know, look, some people are able to pull it off well, right? Like an Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy does it great. The Nutty Professor movies and Coming to America. Okay, maybe not Norbit, but I mean, for the most part, he is very successful when it comes to that. He really is. Like, for instance, Vampire in Brooklyn. I happen to enjoy that shit. Man, but Mike Myers, dude, you know, one part of me is very happy that Mike Myers is making a comeback, right? I'm very happy that he is, because he's kind of deserved it, right? I mean, we look back at those old school movies, like the first couple of Austin Powers movies. You look at Wayne's World, So I Married an Axe Murderer, and you're like, I miss him. Dude, I love in So I Married an Axe Murderer where he's playing his own father. Oh, I'll get the Colonel. With his wee beady eyes. Oh, man. I love that shit, dude. And then, you know, you just end up watching shit like The Love Guru and some of that other stuff that he did back in the day, like Fat Bastard, and you're like, what the fuck, man? So, I don't know, dude. Like, I want to see Mike Myers do well, but I kind of want him to not do projects like this, which feels like another Love Guru, which feels like another, like, Norbit or something, where I'm like, No, dude, don't do it. Don't do it, man. You know, a little bit goes a long way, dude. And I think with some of these comedians, they just can't help themselves, dude. They can't. And when they get an opportunity to do it, they're just gonna do it, dude. And I just don't think this is gonna be good. Hey, I could be proven wrong. I'll watch the goddamn series and it may be cool. I may be like, hey, this is some funny shit, but for the most part, I'm not really digging it all that much. I don't know, man. I don't know much about it. All I know is that he's in different multiple suits. He's playing a Scottishman and an Englishman and God knows what else. And at the end of the trailer, he's like, I haven't had this much fun since I was in a nudist colony and I backed up into a meat thermometer. I'm like, oh, man, what the hell? Look, I wish Mike Myers the best. I want him to be successful, but something tells me maybe he should cut short on the multiple personality thing and just not do as many characters. I think Eddie Murphy has kind of learned the hard way, and maybe Mike Myers needs to do the same. Maybe. I'll check it out because it's Mike Myers, and I do love Mike Myers, faults and all. But something tells me it's gonna be torture. Lord help me. Let me know what you think about this, guys. You think it'll be good or you think it'll be a train wreck? Let me know. In the meantime, hey, well, there is physical media out there. Maybe some indie love? How about we go in and check it out? All right, everybody. We are in at the second Walmart, and it's actually not bad for physical media love this week. I mean, well, we've seen a lot of Spider-Man goodness, let's put it that way, but what about the indie weirdness, the indie oddities? I mean, this is a big physical media week for Marvel, man. Big, tight blockbuster. But what about the indie madness? What about those? Because they deserve as much love as the big blockbusters. Come on, you got to admit it. So where are they exactly? Well, they are around. Yes, indeed they are. Just a little bit, not a lot. Not crazy plentiful this week, but hey, as we've learned, something is always better than nothing. And when it comes to the indie oddities, oh, they definitely pack a punch indeed. Oh, they definitely do. So you know what that means. Oh, we are going back to Film Fan 108 HQ or USAD. Yes, you get a show of all the physical media weirdness. I bet you can't wait. Oh, God. What are you doing now? Well, come on. Isn't it obvious? I'm a new alternate version of Spider-Man. Really? You don't say. Absolutely. Okay, hear me out, right? Mild-mannered physical media YouTuber by day, hero by night. Alright, I'll bite. What can you do then? Well, let's think about this for a second. I have super strength. Wait a minute. Come to think of it, I don't have super strength. Shit. Oh, I do have Spidey sense. Wait a minute. Actually, I don't think I have Spidey sense either. What do I have? Take your time. I'm waiting. Wait a minute. I know what I have. I have the web shooters. What the hell? Why aren't they working? Ooh, that looks like a performance problem to me. Well, it's just a minor malfunction, a setback. You know, I'll get it working eventually. Right. You keep on saying that, and maybe you'll eventually convince yourself. Maybe. Right. You know, while you're dealing with your performance problems and your issues, how about you shelf the physical media? Because that would be a heroic feat indeed. I'll prove you wrong, and when I do, we're writing your ass out of a sequel, damn it. Fucking A, we are. Okay, fine. I'm not that great of a Peter Parker. Hell, I ain't really that amazing as a Spider-Man either. I don't really got much superpowers to speak of. Well, that really only leaves one thing, don't it? Well, if checking out physical media is a superpower, shit, I'll take it. Oh, man. Actually, what am I talking about? That might be the best superpower of all. Indeed, it might be. I mean, can Spider-Man check out the physical media, love? I doubt it. He's busy fighting crime. I'm doing the important work, damn it. Oh, indeed I am. Who needs spider sense and super strength and web shooters when you got the physical media goodness? That's the only superpower I'll ever need, baby. Oh, indeed it will. And I know you guys clearly agree with me. And yes, it's a super-powered week with superheroes and mega blockbuster. Yes, I know. And that's as good as it gets, right? Well, maybe. But of course, there is also the indie weirdness and the indie love. Honestly, Second Walmart, well, it supplies all of the weirdness that this spider boy can handle. Well, I guess you know what time it is. Yes, the Walmart weirdness is back yet again. Oh, look at this bunch. These are real winners. Right. Let's dive in, shall we? With little Highway to Heaven. Wait a minute. That sounds mighty familiar. Based on the Primetime Emmy-nominated series, yes, I knew it. I was thinking, wait a minute. I remember that name. Of course I do. With Michael Landon. You remember that show? Holy shit, that's a blast from the goddamn past, man. I used to watch, not religiously, but every now and again, I'd watch an episode or two. It wasn't half bad for what it was. I mean, it was popular, though. They seriously made a remake? Really? Okay. I've seen weirder, I suppose. Let's dive in. Inspired by Michael Landon's beloved classic 80s TV series, Lifetime's original Highway to Heaven, movie Reboot follows Angela Stewart, who is an angel sent back to Earth in order to help people in need. This story finds a junior high student struggling with the tragic loss of his mother as he and his dad drift apart. Angela takes a temporary job as a school counselor, working alongside Principal Bruce Banks to bring the broken family back together and help them find the light in each other's darkness. Yeah. You know, I feel bad for the people who went for the job of high school counselor. You know, they went to school, they got their associates and their bachelors and their masters, and man, they really worked hard for that. And an angel comes down and takes your fucking job. Son of a bitch, man. They complain about illegals. Well, you might want to start worrying about the angels, folks. Oh, man, especially now that they're taking our jobs. Son of a bitch. God damn, man. Oh, you gotta worry about so much already. And now the fucking angels need a job, too. God damn. Oh, man. But, look, I understand. I mean, I get it. It's a cool idea, a cool premise, and it's inspiring, and it's thought-provoking, and there's a certain amount of charm to it, and there's a great message to be had, right? Yeah, I can see why they would want to do something with Highway to Heaven again, but honestly, come on. Be real with me, folks. Was anybody really asking for a Highway to Heaven remake? A movie at that? I mean, was anybody really out there being like, yeah, Highway to Heaven? Yeah, you know you want it. No. I mean, maybe back in the day with the Michael Landon show, maybe people would have been like, hey, a movie. That's cool. But honestly, now, yeah, ain't no one real gives a shit. I mean, seriously. It's cool to do it. It's cool to inspire others. And this series, it still has some mileage, especially nowadays. And look, the faith-based genre is huge. I mean, it makes billions of dollars a year. People clamor to that shit. I mean, like I've said before, Kirk Cameron has made a whole new career out of that. Seriously, it makes a lot of ducats, folks. It truly does. But then again, it's not like this is the only old school property that could get a reboot or a remake? What about something like Touched by an Angel? Do you remember that? Yeah, with Della Reese, Valerie Bertinelli, I think Cloris Leachman was in there as well. Dude, talk about something that definitely could use a little bit of a touch-up. Touched by an Angel. Damn, man. God, that was a blast from the past, wasn't it? Holy shit. That was some good stuff back in the day, man. That wasn't half bad. I mean, there's other things that are cool about, angels coming down and helping others. Like one that I really love, one that's really cool, one that I dig a lot, and that is The Heavenly Kid. Ah, yes. Back in the 60s, on a dark desert highway, Bobby and 57 Chevy bought it at 90 miles an hour. Today, he's making a comeback. Oh, yeah, damn right he is. Oh, this is a great movie. This is so great, man. Yeah, he didn't really want to help, but in the end, he came around. He was great, dude. Love this movie so much. And there's other ones out there, too, that aren't half bad either, like Meatballs 3. Dude, I love Meatballs 3. If you have never seen Meatballs 3, what the hell are you doing with your life? Yeah, it's probably not very easy to find, be honest with you, but I love it. Where it's like this hooker, she ends up having to help this teenage boy get laid in order for her to go to heaven. And the teenage boy is played by Patrick Dempsey. That is great. That is fucking awesome. I watched that during like the VHS era, dude. That is so fucking awesome. That is one that deserves one great Blu-ray release at some point. Lord knows if it's ever gonna get it, but wishful thinking? Maybe? Who the hell knows, dude? But I guess in the meantime, shit, we got the Highway to Heaven reboot. Why the hell not? Oh, man. Nowadays, everybody is exploiting every type of old school series they possibly can, man. If it's in the vault, fuck it. Dust it off and put a new spin on it and have at it. Dude, they're doing it with all of them. Why not Highway to Heaven, dude? But honestly, it's probably a nice little movie, all things considered, but does it really touch the old school Michael Landon series? Honestly, I highly doubt it. Michael Landon is a legend for a reason. He was very good at making some really great shows, and Highway to Heaven was one of the more popular ones. Interesting idea to dust it off and try again, but honestly, if you ain't Michael Landon, yeah, I ain't wanting it. It's the magic of the five, the legend of the five, with the enchanted trees, magical fairies, ancient books, and burnt bad guys. What the hell is this goddamn thing? Kind of maybe like a Peter Pan, Harry Potter ripoff? Maybe? Man, your guess is as good as mine. Oh, look at that! Stop. Magic time. Okay. Interesting. They like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or some shit? The hell is this goddamn thing? When a group of teenagers encounters an ancient relic during a school trip, they find themselves caught up in a magical world with elemental powers beyond their belief and the responsibility of stopping an age-old evil from destroying the world. Damn it. Isn't that just a pain in the ass, though? I mean, seriously. You're exploring a magical world, you're having fun, and some bad guy always has to ruin the party, right? Damn, there's always got to be one, isn't there? Son of a bitch. Jesus. It's always destroying the world or taking over the world. Man, I'd like for once them to have a better plan than just that. It's like every Bond villain in the history of the fucking world. Thank God, man. Get over yourself. I don't know. It kind of looks cool and interesting. Teenagers going into like a magical realm and exploring the world around them and the wonders of it. Sure, why the hell not? I mean, there's a lot of really great ones out there. Of course, everybody gravitates towards Harry Potter, and fair enough, Harry Potter is just that damn good. I get it, guys. Trust me, I do. But there is one that I really do like that's not Harry Potter. I know, blasphemy, right? But it is really, really fantastic, and one that I really, really love. And that, kind of underrated, actually. Page Master. Ah, yes, Macaulay Culkin, Christopher Lloyd. This is a really great movie, man. If you have never watched this thing, man, what the hell are you doing? Get up on that shit. Seriously, man. I mean, it's basically about this young kid who gets stranded in this library, and he's going through the books, and the books are really magical, and he gets sucked into each of the worlds of the book, like going up against Moby Dick, or dragons, pirates, you name it, and finding the courage to overcome his fears. Really great movie, man. I loved this when I was a kid, and it always kind of stuck with me. I've enjoyed the hell out of this thing, man. It is so fun, really adventurous, and I just had a lot of great entertainment value watching this thing, man. I've watched it so many times. It is really, really fun. Vastly underrated, dude. I love this movie so much, man. One of Macaulay Culkin's really great flicks as far as I'm concerned, man. Really, really solid movie, man. Friggin' amazing. But, I mean, there's a lot of magical movies out there. There truly is. Trust me. There's a ton out there to dive into. And I suppose one more doesn't hurt? Sure, why not? Pile it on, dude. I mean, it could be cool. It kind of reminds me maybe a little bit of that TNT TBS show, like The Librarians, I think it was, with Noah Wyle, which I heard really good things about. I've seen previews for. It wasn't half bad. I don't know, like young adult magical type shows or movies. Yeah, some are better than others, to be honest with you. They throw a lot of spaghetti at the wall. And sometimes it ends up sticking, and sometimes it ends up failing, like The Golden Compass. Not that great. Books are amazing, but the movie, not so much. Then again, Harry Potter was good. Then again, you also have the Chronicles of Narnia, which, by the way, the Chronicles of Narnia movies are actually pretty solid. Unfortunately, they didn't really get as much fanfare as the Harry Potter stuff, so they didn't really go as far as I would have hoped they would. Look, I love a good magical realm type of show or movie, entertainment value. There's a lot to be had. You know, I'm a big fan of Peter Pan. I love those old school ones, man. Exploring this magical world with these really great characters and extraordinary circumstances. It's cool. It's fun. It's got some really great moments in there that I think could really be entertaining for kids and adults alike. This one, it might be, maybe, probably you've seen all this stuff before. It's not anything new, but maybe it's fun. Maybe. And hey, the villain looks kind of cool. I mean, then again, it looks like my girlfriend's cooking. Man. Burnt to a fucking crisp. Oh, Lord. Hey, at least my girlfriend's cookie makes an appearance. She'll be happy. Oh, man. It's probably got entertainment value. Outside of that, been there, done that, and probably done better. It's time to get your guns, because we got a lockdown on our hands, baby. Yeah, lockdown. Outnumbered 100-1. Shit. For Kevin Nash, that's nothing, baby. Hell yeah, he's seen worse odds. Look at him, man. All grizzled and looking badass, yes. Good old Kevin Nash. Wrestling's own Kevin Nash, dare I say, man. Well, he's seen better days, hasn't he? He definitely has. If the virus doesn't kill you, they will. An angry mob fed up with a deadly virus that has wiped out most of the population attack a school to rid their city of those they suspect are spreading the disease. One man must rescue his sister and fight his way out against the armed militia. Ah, yes. Post-apocalyptic, post-pandemic. You can never, ever trust the human population, man. Honestly, what is the most dangerous species out there? It's human beings. Yeah, there's a reason why. Because we are just that fucked up, folks. We really honestly are. We'll turn on each other in a drop of a hat, man. Seriously. We're all nice and easygoing now, but honestly, if it's a post-apocalyptic world, dude, if you've seen anything, The Road, Mad Max, hell, you've even seen The fucking Mist, Dude, man, we are fucked as a society. Seriously, we really honestly are. And it's movies like this that paint the picture in the most real way possible. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, man, I'm surprised we aren't wiped out yet. Good Lord. Oh, man. As far as this movie is concerned, yeah, it looks alright. I mean, probably really cheapo and cheese fest and something you've seen before, but better made, honestly. And as far as Kevin Nash is concerned, look, I actually kind of like Kevin Nash. Look, for me, I'm an old school fan. WWF, World Wrestling Federation, dude. Diesel. Yeah, man, Kevin Nash used to be Diesel. He used to hang out with Shawn Michaels and shit. It was cool. It was really great, man. And then he went over to WCW and obviously was hanging out with Hogan and shit. It wasn't bad. I kind of liked his personality as a wrestler. I really did. He's not bad. As far as an actor, well, I can't say that it translates well. I mean, I can't. Look, I'm not saying that wrestlers are bad actors. Some translate pretty well. Some have. Hulk Hogan at times did. Suburban Commando, come on, man. That was some good shit. Then again, that might be one of the only things good in his career. But he did some good stuff. I mean, one of the Rocky movies. I mean, he had his day in the sun. I mean, The Rock is doing some really good shit as well. Let's be honest. He is the man right now. I mean, truly. He is like franchise fuel. He is pretty damn good, and he definitely deserves the money that he's making. But then again, not all wrestlers fare as well. Like, The Miz. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how he is as a wrestler. I quit watching wrestling a long time ago, but honestly, I've seen some of the movies he's in, and god damn, man, they are hot garbage. They really are, dude. I mean, when you're starting out on a reality show, well, it can only go up from there, I suppose. Yeah, if you remember, The Miz was on MTV's The Real World. True story. I think it was like season 10, Real World New York or something. I didn't really care for him then, so yeah, I'm not really much of a fan of him myself. But there are other people that did fare pretty well. Not great, but not horrible either. You know, one of them actually did some pretty cool projects. Maybe not perfect, but not half bad either. Like good old Rowdy Roddy Piper, man. Movies like Body Slam were absolutely fantastic. I love him, man, in that stuff. He was absolutely fantastic. Of course, I have to mention, because it's just that damn good, They Live, which is amazing. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Oh, man, so good. Probably his best, to be fair. This is really amazing. I love that movie. Carpenter classic. Of course, I also really dig Hell Comes to Frogtown. This is really weird, very bizarre, but man, do I dig it. And Roddy is so cool in this, man. He is charming and witty and sarcastic, and man, does he get with the ladies in a big bad way, dude. Oh man, the idea that the human race lies on his shoulders and the fact that he has to have sex with women in order to repopulate the world. Well, if anybody would do it, it's Roddy. Oh man, indeed it is. Oh, so good, man. And of course there was other ones. You know, the whole thing with the Cyndi Lauper craze, you know, Captain Lou Albano and all that stuff. Wrestlers always love getting into the movies. There's something about it, man. I think it's the personality. I think it's just the idea of them really having this big persona in the ring, and maybe it can translate to the screen. Even somebody like Bret Hart, who did like Lonesome Dove or something, they're always trying to capture what they did in the ring onto the big screen. And some are more successful than others. Hell, even John Cena. John Cena is really good too, man. So, yeah, some have made it, some haven't. Others, they star in Lockdown. What can I say, man? Look, I like Kevin Nash. I like him as a wrestler, but as a movie star, man, just leave it up to The Rock, will ya? Oh, man, please do. I've seen probably better pandemic, war, post-apocalyptic films, and I've seen better from wrestlers. I'm sure Lockdown is fine, but as far as a war, pandemic, going up against society type of movie, trust me, folks, there's better out there. And honestly, even though Kevin Nash is cool, I don't think he can save this. It's time to go to war in War Hunt, yes, with Mickey Rourke and Jackson Rathbone. Oh, man, that cast gets me all kinds of excited. Sure. Oh, man. The war was just the beginning. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let the hunt begin. Hey, who are we hunting? Well, God help us if we're going to war with Mickey Rourke. Whatever we're hunting, and we're fucking screwed. Oh, Lord. So, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, right? And I wanted to watch it because it's World War II, and I do have a soft spot for World War II flicks. I really do. Out of all the war stuff, World War II is my favorite. I don't know why. I think the stories are unique and interesting and fascinating, and there's so much great potential still in World War II stories. Stuff that really is still being revealed, and great stories of heroism that are still being told, and great opportunities for storytelling still. And there's been so many movies that have been made about it. It really is a genre unto itself, the World War II films. It really is, man. And so I was like, okay, this is interesting. And the idea that they're behind enemy lines and they're trying to find out what the Germans are doing, this sort of secret project that they have going on. I thought, okay, this is kind of cool. And hey, Mickey Rourke with an eye patch. What's not to love? So I figured, what the hell, man? I might as well give this a spin. And to be honest with you, it's not a bad little movie. Like, I went in with this with the lowest of low. And I mean low, man. And it kind of surprised me a little bit. I liked the acting for the most part, minus Mickey. And I thought the characters were interesting enough. You got to know them a little bit, the camaraderie before everything really goes to shit. And I like the idea of this mystery and the idea that what you're really going up against is not exactly human, it's more supernatural than you could ever possibly imagine. Witches, yes, witches of all things, man. I mean, basically, they find out that the Germans are trying to control the witches in order to attack the American soldiers, and they need to get the upper hand on that. And it's really interesting because some of the soldiers really believe in mythology and fantasy and the possibilities that it's real. Others don't, and the clash between that and when it all goes down, who's really by your side and who's the ones you have to worry about. I really dig that. And on top of dealing with the witches themselves, seducing these men and basically becoming very violent and vindictive and evil and manipulative, and it is really interesting for the most part, and I like the way they did it. I mean, it's not perfect, it's a little slow pace, they don't really explain a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit of cheapo where they could have done a little bit better. I mean, it's not exactly the best, but it's not exactly the worst either, and I like the concept. I like the idea of stopping the Germans from acquiring this supernatural power. And there's been a lot of great movies like that I've really loved. I mean, you go back to the Indiana Jones stuff, man. I mean, that is really amazing. I love the Indiana Jones movies. The idea of stopping the Germans from acquiring this religious relic, in order to control world domination or finding the Holy Grail, eternal life. Like, I just love that, how they took the idea of being at war with the Germans and including the supernatural elements to it. I thought it was really fun, really adventurous. I really dug that one a lot. Of course, I have to also say another one that I really love that really combined the idea of World War II into this supernatural power is Hellboy. Rasputin, the idea that he was working with them and working with Hitler and trying to open a doorway to acquire this sort of alien supernatural beings. I thought that was really cool, man. I like how they included that. I thought that was really awesome in that. Of course, I also have to say one that I really love and I think is honestly kind of underrated in my opinion. Honestly, it's pretty damn cool and pretty horrific, all things considered, and that is The Devil's Rock. Oh, look at that, man. That is a chick that you would not want to find in a dark alley, dude. Seriously. Oh my god, man. This is such a great movie, dude. I found this years ago. And basically it takes place one day before D-Day happens. And the soldiers have to go and they got this intelligence about the Germans having this secret weapon. And they have to stop it before the soldiers come in and drop down. And they find out that what they have in their possession is more than they could have possibly ever imagined, man. It is so good. I love the idea of this sort of devil dimension type of entity that they found that even the Nazis can't even control. Like, I love it, dude. It's devious, it's manipulative, it's horrific. The gore and the blood are really fucking cool, and the design of the demon itself, man, look at that. It's fucking aces, man. Love this shit. Really, really great movie. If you've never seen The Devil's Rock, dude, give it a chance. Low budget, but I like what they do with it, man. Pretty goddamn clever, all things considered. I really like that one, man. So, for me, there's some really cool ones out there that really exploit the World War II supernatural idea. And yet another one to dive into as well, which honestly is not half bad. I mean, they could have done a little bit more with the concept, with the witches, and maybe had done a little bit more with them. They kind of shortchanged that a bit. They do more with the whole idea with the soldiers and the mistrust stuff than they do with the witches. But when they do the stuff with the witches, it's actually really cool. The idea that they can sort of blind them from their own selves and manipulate images, and they can get lost in the woods and they think they're somewhere else, but they're really not. And once they go into their coven and they see this like really like gnarly looking tree and blood and everything, the blood of the soldiers that's feeding the tree, like, it's so cool, man. It really is pretty interesting and unique, dude. I thought this movie was going to be a turd burger. I'm not going to lie, man. I thought it was going to be pretty fucking bad. And honestly, I was kind of pleasantly surprised by it. It's not perfect. I think the ending's kind of clever, but you've seen it all before. You know there's some sort of twist coming. The action does get a little bit shortchanged. They don't quite have the budget to do the action like the World War II style action, big epic sprawling stuff like they could do. Dude, this ain't fucking Saving Private Ryan. Okay, that's for damn sure. It's really not, man. Unfortunately, they don't really have the budget for that, so they do really close-up stuff and try to like hide it the best they can. Yeah, it is what it is. And honestly, the potential with the witches and everything, again, I just feel like that got shortchanged. There's so much opportunity for it, and unfortunately, you really only get stuff towards the end of the movie, which is really intriguing, and at that point, it's a little bit too late, but it's still really good regardless. I mean, Mickey Rourke is Mickey Rourke. Jackson Rathbone is, well, Jackson Rathbone. I mean, let's be honest. He doesn't exactly light the world on fire. Twilight Avatar: The Last Airbender, yeah, this is the best thing he's got going for him. It really honestly is. Don't know if that says much, but hey, it's something. I mean, look, I thought the movie was gonna be a major piece of shit. I really did. I was like, oh god, what the hell am I in for? But it kind of surprised me how good it was and how entertaining it was and how much I actually kind of got into it. I'm not saying that it's perfect, and as far as World War II movies, it is low on the totem pole, but as far as World War II supernatural tales are concerned, I mean, by all means, watch Indiana Jones first. Watch Hellboy, Devil's Rock, all that jazz. But after those ones, if you're looking for more meat on the bone, War Hunt ain't half bad. And damn, I thought I'd never say that shit. Seriously, it's got legs. And man, saying that nowadays with a Mickey Rourke flick, man, that's like a fucking miracle. That is for damn sure. It really is. What a surprise. And what a surprise for the second Walmart love. Weird? Yeah. Odd? Absolutely. Intriguing? Sure. Why the hell not? What a great idea. Angels helping people in need. You know, I actually am in need myself. Of more physical media? Bueller? I'm sure they've heard me. They're just backed up right now. They'll get to me eventually. Maybe. You know, I've went on a lot of school trips in my day, and I never found an ancient relic before. In fact, one time on a school trip, I actually went to New York City. Nothing magical, just hookers chasing me down the street. At least it was memorable. You know, if I was in a pandemic war that was going on, I'd want Kevin Nash by my side as well. You never know when someone needs a suplex. And, you know, if World War II wasn't complicated enough, now I have to deal with witches? Is it too much to ask that maybe they'd be more like the Sabrina the Teenage Witch kind? Probably not. Oh, man. Oh, the physical media love indeed. Oh, boy, it was weird, wasn't it? Definitely on display in a big bad way, but, you know, that's what you get when you invest in little second Walmart love. All the indie weirdness that one physical media lover can handle. That's for damn sure, man. Not bad this week. Not bad at all. The good, the bad, the ugly, the Walmart weird. All the varieties on display, and I love showing it off. Yeah, we have the big Marvel love, but little indie weirdness never hurt nobody. It never did. Well, maybe not. Maybe not indeed. But you know I love showing it all off regardless, guys, because it all is worth it. Physical media love is amazing, wonderful in all its weird-ass forms. Oh, indeed it is. But enough of the bizarreness, guys. We've had enough of that. How about we head to one more location and hopefully more plentiful media ahead. All right, everybody. We are at our fourth and final location. And, well, we've seen Spidey goodness at a lot of places. There's one we haven't seen, and it may be the best of them all. May. Just have to wait and go in when we go into none other than, oh yes, Best Buy the Beast. Best Buy, baby. Oh yes, we are back yet again for more Best Buy hijinks. What will they have here? Well, hopefully the new release love, hopefully some things we haven't seen yet, it may be exclusives. Something tells me we're going to be missing out on them because this one is going to be highly sought after. But hey, it doesn't hurt to look, does it? Not at all. So how about we go in and check out all the physical media madness. All right, everybody. We are in at Best Buy under the new releases. And seriously, if there was any doubt that there wasn't going to be Spider-Man goodness here at the Beast, well, boy, proven dead wrong, baby. Indeed you are. Let's dive in with little Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size. Catches thieves just like flies. Look out. Here comes the Spider-Man. Hold off, folks. Don't applaud just yet. we got physical media to check out. In Spider-Man No Way Home, the DVD digital for $19.99, the Blu-ray DVD digital for $22.99 without the slipcovers. This is weird, man. Seriously, Walmart had the slipcovers. Hell, even Target had slipcovers. But Best Buy? Well, boy, you're shit out of luck on that one, man. Hell, even the 4Ks don't have any slipcovers. The 4K Blu-ray digital for $27.99. The 3-movie collection of Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home for $34.99. And I don't see any Spider-Man No Way Home Steelbook love. Now, here's the truth on this, guys, okay? I looked on the website. They are completely sold out. It's not like, oh, you can find a copy 250 miles away, whatever. No. They are completely and utterly sold out. So unless you pre-ordered that goddamn thing or getting in the mail, you have no luck in getting it. Well, that is unless you want to pay the crazy eBay prices and be my guest. Okay? Maybe they'll reprint it eventually. I mean, it is pretty damn popular. But for the time being, yeah, no Spider-Man Steelbook love. Sorry. You done lucked out. Damn it. Maybe next time. Maybe. Let's dive in regardless, man. Now, look. Let's talk about Tom Holland, right? Because at the end of this movie, Spider-Man, Peter Parker himself, has gone through a whirlwind of emotions, a whirlwind of revelations and carnage that ends up happening. And at the end of that film, he's a much more mature man. He's grown up in a lot of ways, and he's learning to become the man that he was meant to be. With great power comes great responsibility, and he is slowly starting to learn that over time. And in the press for this film, Tom Holland has went out and said, well, this might be my last go at it. This might be the end of me as Spider-Man. It's been a good run, but I'm out. Dude, seriously? Sony is not letting you go anywhere, and I mean that, dude. I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming made a shitload of money. Far From Home made even more money. Spider-Man No Way Home broke records, for fuck's sake. Dude, you are not going anywhere to save your life. They are going to back up a truck full of cash to your doorstep, okay? You and Zendaya can swim in it, goddammit, alright? You ain't going nowhere, dude. And honestly, Kevin Feige has even talked about the idea of, hey, we would like to do more with him. A whole nother trilogy of him in college. Which, honestly, I would love to see. Where they end here in No Way Home, he's much more mature. He's learning how to live with being Spider-Man under the severe circumstances of the possibility of losing people and how people that are close to him could potentially perish. And I like to see where he goes with that. Maybe, who knows, meeting a version of Gwen Stacy. There's so much possibilities of other Spider-Man villains out there that he could eventually take on. Hell, there's even a little hint of perhaps Ned in the future becoming a little bit of a villain for Spidey himself. There's a lot of possibilities here for Spider-Man, and I don't see them ending anytime soon. I mean, you have to remember, Spider-Man was on the ropes at one point, right? I mean, as much as I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, those Spider-Man movies didn't exactly light the world on fire, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 tanked big time, both critically and commercially, and Spider-Man was in the tank big time. I mean, there was no hope, and Marvel said, hey, look, if you want to share them, we could do wonders with the character. Sony had to trust Marvel as much as Marvel had to trust Sony, and it's been a match made in heaven. Yeah, there's been a little bit of a clunker here and there on Sony's end, but Marvel's taking care of the goods, and they've done a pretty damn great job of it, all things considered. They truly have, man. So why stop now? If you're making so much money, if you're really basking in the glory of people loving this character and really anticipating what's coming next, you gotta do more. I don't think we're done by a long shot, man. I think we're gonna see much more of Spider-Man in the MCU. Hell, we could see him maybe in a future Avengers-style movie. Could be, possibly. It's not like we're ruling him out of the Avengers anytime soon, but I think the MCU has handled him with really great care. And sometimes it's hard to do that. You see a high schooler like Peter Parker, and it can get a little bit annoying and maybe up its own ass, but I kind of feel like they portrayed it really great, of a teenager who's learning to come into his powers, having the mentor of Tony Stark, losing that mentor, and then the complications of where that goes next for him and how he copes with loss and understanding. There's been so much great storylines that they've done, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. I really can. I'm definitely invested in this. I want to see where it goes. Tom Holland is still young enough to play the character. I think there's a lot of possibilities ahead for this. I wonder what you guys think. Is there possibilities ahead, or should they end it while they are ahead? Come on, keep it going. Let the good times roll, man. Hell, this movie is so popular that Sony is considering doing another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film. Hell, another Andrew Garfield one. Damn, dude, I never thought I'd say that shit. Good lord, dude. The Spider-Man goodness and the fever is all over the place, and I can see why, man. I mean, Spider-Man has endless chances of great storytelling, endless possibilities, so many great villains, and so many great storylines. To give up now would just be a goddamn sin, dude, especially how good Spider-Man No Way Home is. I mean, I never thought that a movie like this would rival something like Avengers Endgame, but it does. It's just that damn good, man. It really is. The characters and the action and the laughs and the nostalgia, it just all comes together in such a pleasant way, and I love it to death, man. It was just so amazing and so awesome, and I can't say enough great things about it. I really can't. It's just that goddamn good, dude. I mean, you get over 80 minutes of bonus content, bloopers, gag reels, Spider-Man Unite, and so much more. Oh, so great. Amazing, dude. Look, honestly, I have seen movies where they jam-pack too many villains in and it fails. This is not it. I've seen movies where they shove nostalgia in your face and it ends up becoming up its own ass. That is not this movie. Spider-Man No Way Home is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely the tits, and I can see why. I really can, man. They took great care to build the Spider-Man character up, to build the movies up, to get to this point, and the payoff was absolutely glorious. It really is just that damn good, guys. Not gonna lie, man. Honestly, Spider-Man No Way Home is a true testament to Marvel, the MCU. Not every MCU movie hits. Just saying. But when it does, man, is it a crowd pleaser. And Spider-Man No Way Home is one of the best crowd pleasers of them all. And on the other side of the new release love, we have a little more physical media action we're checking out, and that is Come On, Come On, the Blu-ray digital for $17.99. Now, seriously, who can resist a little Joaquin Phoenix love? I can't. Even when it's not a big, more popular mainstream movie, you definitely got to appreciate Joaquin Phoenix. And I actually really love the fact that, you know, after he wins the Oscar for Joker, he could have probably done anything in Hollywood. I mean, seriously, he was probably getting offered roles up the ass. And he took something that was a little more of an personal indie drama of all things. You gotta give him credit. He doesn't always pick the easy-to-digest projects, actually. He doesn't always really do them, and I give him a lot of credit. And I have been a Joaquin Phoenix fan for a long time, man. I mean, way back in the day, Space Camp. I love Space Camp so much, man. That is such a cheese fest of a movie, but I so love that shit. That is so cool, man. He was also in Parenthood. If you remember, he was in that Steve Martin flick, man. That was really good. He was young in that movie, too, man. Really friggin' young. He was so great in that movie. I love him in To Die For with Nicole Kidman. Love him in Clay Pigeons, Return to Paradise, 8mm with Nicolas Cage. That is such an awesome and seedy flick. It's so good, man. I mean, yeah, people know about, obviously, Walk the Line, which is amazing as well. But, I mean, there are other ones worth mentioning, too. Lest we forget about The Master, Inherent Vice, Gladiator, Signs, The Village. Well, actually, a lot of people want to forget about The Village. But, come on. Not everybody's filmography is perfect, after all. The actors do stumble from moment to moment, even Joaquin does, but I think the guy just gives it his all with every opportunity, and he doesn't always pick the most average thing. He doesn't always pick the most popular. He always sort of goes to the beat of his own drum. I mean, you have to remember the fact that he was supposed to be Doctor Strange. Yeah. This guy was supposed to be Doctor Strange, and he backed out in the last minute, and yeah, he pissed a lot of people off, but I kind of think it's for the better. He does his own thing. Good, bad. I like what he does for the most part, because he doesn't always pick the obvious, and for that reason, I do appreciate what he does and what he tries to do, and he gives it his all with every single project, whether it's something like Space Camp or Come On, Come On. He definitely gives 100% of the effort, and most of the time, he actually pulls it off pretty well. He does indeed, man, and with this guy, the idea of him being estranged from his family, estranged from this nephew that he's never really gotten to know, he does a great job with his family dynamic, and it's that good because he's able to pull it off and make a connection with this little boy. Joaquin is just that damn good, man. I mean, hell, the next thing he's gonna star in is, like, this huge biopic of Napoleon. Really? And if anybody can pull it off, hell, why not Joaquin, man? Why the hell not? I'm willing to give it a shot, because Joaquin has earned my respect in a big, bad way. He truly does, man. You do get audio commentary and making featurette as well. Not bad, man. I mean, if you like good family dramas, this is definitely worth diving into. And if you like Joaquin in all of his glory, this is a great experience in Joaquin's acting talent, and it's just that damn good. Not bad at all. Pretty damn decent overall, and pretty damn decent for the physical media love. One big one, one indie one. Let's see what else we gotta check out. And not only do we have some physical media love in the front, we also have it in the back, baby, in a big bad way. Let's dive in, channel, with the Blu-ray of Last Looks for $14.99. Huh. This city, it's a bad place to be a good guy. You don't say, man. Charlie Hunnam, Marina Baccarin, Mel motherfucking Gibson. And look at that stash. That is one impressive stash. Baby, that is. Nothing grabs a headline like a Hollywood murder. Oh, you don't say. Oh, let's see what this is. Charlie Waldo. Waldo. Damn. Waldo has really let himself go. Holy shit. Is an ex-LAPD superstar who left the force and now lives a life of simplicity and solitude deep in the woods. Alistair Pinch. Damn. That is one hell of a name. Man, and that is fitting of Mel motherfucking Gibson, isn't it? Oh, Lord, it is. Is an eccentric actor who spends his days drunk on the set of his TV show. When Pinch's wife is found dead, oh shit, he's the prime suspect, and Waldo is convinced to come out of retirement to investigate what happened. Really? He's in retirement? Charlie Hunnam? Jeez, how old is he? What the hell, man? Already retired? Shit. God damn, dude. The case finds Waldo contending with gangsters, Hollywood executives, and preschool teachers, all in pursuit of clearing Pinch's name or confirming his guilt. Oh my god, seriously? This probably is a really fun movie. I'm not gonna lie, man. It sounds fun. Hollywood murder and Hollywood hijinks. It sounds like something that would be right up my alley. It really honestly does, dude. And I gotta admit, I do love Mel Gibson. Yeah, Mel has kind of fucked up a time or two in his past. I get it, but I still love him, dude, and he's having a ball being an actor now. If you've seen some of his recent roles, yeah, they're sort of straight to DVD Blu-ray, but honestly, he's having fun with it, and he does a really good job. He's living it up as an actor, so to speak, and not giving a fuck, and I kind of appreciate it, man. Charlie Hunnam, I'm not the hugest fan of Charlie Hunnam, actually. you know, he was in the Pacific Rim thing, and I didn't really like his acting. I thought he was kind of weak sauce, to be honest with you. But Morena Baccarin, I actually really do love Morena Baccarin, man. You gotta remember, I am a Stargate SG-1 fan, and of course she was in Season 9 and Season 10. Of course, anyone who's a Firefly lover as well would definitely dig her. She's great. Never gets really the roles that she really deserves, actually. Kind of underrated as an actress, but still really good, though, man. This one looks like something right up my alley. I might actually have to give this a watch at some point, because I do love a crazy, wacky Hollywood hijinks type of movie. You can have something like this, or you could be Hollywood Homicide with Harrison Ford. Well, they can't all be winners, folks. But for the most part, this looks like it's kind of quirky and something right up my alley, and might actually be something I kind of like Charlie Hunnam. Shocker of a lifetime. Now this, I definitely was not expecting. Oh my god, man. This is the Arrow edition, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Wow, the old school RoboCop movie 4K edition for $31.99. God damn, this is beautiful. Wow, I was not expecting to see this over at the Beast, man. Part man, part machine, all cop. Make your move, punk. Oh, God, this is such an amazing movie. I love this film. It's ultra violent, it's ultra satirical, and it's ultra badass, dude. I think this is one of the best sci-fi action movies of all time. Peter Weller kills it as RoboCop. He is so fantastic here. Paul Verhoeven's directing is aces. I love the satirical quality of making fun of the commercialism and everything. I love that shit, man. I'd buy that for $1. Oh, dude, this movie is utterly quotable, it's utterly gory, it's utterly violent as shit. Dude, they just don't make them like RoboCop anymore. They really don't, dude. They did that remake, and I saw it in the movie theater, and I thought it was just okay. It's not terrible, but damn, is it not the original RoboCop, dude. It really isn't. This is so awesome. I love the design of RoboCop, the sci-fi aspects to it. I love the robots here. It really is fucking awesome, dude. And might I add, I love RoboCop 2. RoboCop 2 might not be as good as the first RoboCop, but still really fucking amazing. And pretty violent and badass as well. Actually really good, dude, overall, man. I just dig this. I really do dig this movie in a big bad way, man. I mean, God knows I've owned it on VHS. I've owned it on DVD. I've owned it on Blu-ray. I don't know if I would own it again on 4K, all things considered, because, man, I already have that regular Blu-ray edition from Arrow, which is really fucking amazing. I don't really think I need it, but damn, is it gorgeous. Oh, it really is, dude. If you have never seen RoboCop, first of all, what the hell are you doing with your life? Seriously, this is one of the most quintessential watches in action cinema history. Seriously, it really is. It is so amazing and so awesome and just so kick-ass that this movie is one of those great ones that will stand the test of time forever. It will never get old. It's just that goddamn amazing and goddamn bloody goodness. And look at all the special features, dude. Holy shit. Commentaries, making of, interviews, trailers. Holy shit, man. This thing is jam-packed. You get the director's cut and the theatrical cut. I've watched both cuts. I actually prefer the theatrical cut over the director's cut. It's not bad, the director's cut, but I kind of feel like there's some excess fat that I think the theatrical cut kind of takes out, which I appreciate a little bit more. But regardless, director's cut, theatrical cut, whatever cut, just watch the goddamn movie, man, because it's just that damn good. Because if you don't, RoboCop will come after your ass. And honestly, I really wouldn't want him to shoot me in the nuts either. And if you weren't satisfied with one Arrow release, we've got two. Ooh, with the 4K love yet again, with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for $24.99. This is a really pleasant surprise, but I am so happy that a high-profile retail store is carrying this. More boutique label love. We need more in Best Buy, don't we? I mean, we need more Scream Factory. We need more Arrow. Hell, bring in Severin. Bring in Vinegar Syndrome. Code Red. Bring them all in, man. I guarantee you it'll sell pretty goddamn well, because rarely in any of these stores do you ever see this kind of boutique label love. But oh, it's making me a very happy physical media lover. That's for damn sure. Be warned, it's alive. Oh man, I really do love this movie. I know not everybody digs it. They kind of think maybe it's a little melodramatic and maybe a little boring. I tend to disagree with those statements, but sure, why not? If they want to have them, go right ahead. I actually really love Kenneth Branagh here. I think he plays it kind of operatically in a kind of cheesy-ish way, but he does pretty well, all things considered. I love the hair, though. The hair is fantastic. And Robert De Niro, man. I think Robert De Niro really does make this movie as Frankenstein's monster. He really is great in this flick, dude. To think of De Niro playing the monster is just kind of weird to me, but I think he pulls it off really well. It's very stylistic, very gothic tones to it and vibes. I dig it overall. It's not the best Frankenstein adaptation of all time, to be fair, but I think it still does pretty well, and I still think it does its due diligence as a Frankenstein adaptation. I mean, look, nothing's ever gonna beat the Boris Karloff version, okay? That is just absolutely amazing, and the Boris Karloff version is what I grew up with. It's just amazing. But you have a lot of other adaptations that have dived into Frankenstein, whether it's fun stuff like The Monster Squad, or diving into a little romance aspect like The Bride with Sting. Do you remember that one? Yes. Or like there was like a pulpy one that came out with Daniel Radcliffe called Victor Frankenstein, which was okay for the most part. I mean, obviously you have a little young Frankenstein love. You definitely do, man. That is amazing. Of course, you also have I, Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart, which, that was okay. Also, the 73 movie Flesh for Frankenstein with Udo Kier, which is a really bad cheese fest. Oh man, there's been so many adaptations of the Frankenstein legend, the monster. Some are able to pull it off better than others. I'm not saying this is perfect. It does have faults, but for the most part, I think it's pretty solid. Well worth a revisit and well worth diving into again. Dare I say, not half bad. A little Frankenstein love, and De Niro of all people, it's definitely worth a spin. Hey, I'm Chucky! Wanna play with Chucky Season 1, the Blu-ray for $23.99. Oh, don't fuck with the Chug. Damn right, man. A classic coming-of-age story. Dude, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to because I am a huge Chucky fan. I love this horror series. In fact, I'm going to be controversial right now, alright? As far as horror icons go, the top 3 for me: Freddy, Jason. Now, mind you, they can be interchangeable. It can be either 1 or 2, depending. And number 3 is Chucky. I know, right? You're shocked. He picked Chucky as number 3, not Leatherface or Michael Myers. Chucky? Dude, let me tell you something. I have had conversations with friends, more like debates, where I tell them Chucky's in my top 3, and they literally want to choke my ass. Oh my god. They're like ready to like come at my throat. But it's the truth, dude. I really love Chucky, and I think this series has endured through a lot of ups and downs and has come out on the other side a winner. Where other series have floundered, this one has really risen in a really great way. And I love the Chucky movies. Yeah, see, the Chucky is but that being said, I still love it for what it is, and I love all the Chucky films in very different ways, and I've loved the recent ones like Curse and Cult are absolutely fantastic. And so I was wondering, like, where are we going with this series? Are we continuing with the mythology of the films? Are we doing something different? Rebooting exactly? Like, I didn't quite know what we were doing. And basically, thankfully, we are continuing with the mythology. Yes, baby, we absolutely are. And it comes together in a great way. I mean, basically, this is about Jake, and Jake ends up finding this used Chucky doll at this lady's place, and she doesn't know exactly where it came from. She's just assuming, oh, maybe it was my child's toy, and, well, it's for sale. Here, have it for like $10. And so, wow, an old vintage Chucky doll for $10. That's a steal. And you're getting one hell of a bargain when he starts killing people off one by fucking one, man. Oh, Lord, and all the crazy killings that go on from there. The crazy Chucky hijinks. And I loved every goddamn episode of this series. I did. I was a huge fan of this. I really didn't know what to expect going in, because I'm thinking episodic television, Chucky, he's only been really doing movies. I'm thinking to myself, how is this going to translate? Dude, don't fear it, because it translates in the best way possible. You still get all the great Chucky mayhem, the one-liners, the kills, the blood, the gore, the fucks. I mean, my God, man. I was like thinking, wait a minute, wasn't this on the Sci-Fi Channel? Like, holy shit, dude. Like, I didn't think Chucky on TV was gonna be like this, but damn, am I happy. I thought it was fucking amazing, dude. I really did. It is wicked. It is devious. I was shocked by certain things that happened in the season. I mean, they do not shy away from the kills. They do not shy away from killing kids. I mean, honestly, you would think to yourself, you're like, okay, this is a TV show, and obviously they can't do the same type of stuff they did in a movie, but you'd be wrong, because they're willing to go to some really dark and twisted places, and boy, do they in this season, man. And I loved every goddamn second of it. I truly did. It was fucking phenomenal. I had my worries, but I probably shouldn't have worried, because it was just that damn good. It really was. And I think it's a testament to the actors who are coming back to this. I mean, Brad Dourif continues to voice Chucky. The guy's in his 70s, and he's still playing Chucky, and he still is living it up as the character. He's having a fun time voicing the role. He's great here. I mean, you get Jennifer Tilly back. You get Fiona Dourif. You get Alex Vincent. You get all these great actors in this great series that come back to honor Chucky. And damn, is this amazing. It really is. And I gotta give the Chucky series credit, right? Because it is the only series, if you really think about it, that has not been fully rebooted and have been forgotten. Yes, there was a reboot of Child's Play, but Don Mancini, all the creators, they never had any stake in it. They never promoted it. They never got involved in it. They always were like, that's nothing that has to do with us. That's all the studio. They want to do it, but we do not give them our blessing whatsoever. They are still doing the mythology. And most series aren't doing that anymore. Friday the 13th has already been rebooted up the ass. Obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street has. Candyman, to a certain extent, has as well. You think of Hellraiser, and obviously, well, Jeepers Creepers is still going, but honestly, who's really paying attention to that franchise, dude? I mean, even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, God knows they've had so many fucking reboots at this point. Not many horror series, if any, outside of Chucky, are really still maintaining the original mythology. Hell, even Halloween isn't doing that shit anymore, dude. They're all doing reboots and remakes and reimaginings and requels and whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays. But Chucky still remains true to its mythology, and there's something about that that I really fucking love, man. As a fan, as somebody who has loved the films and the characters, to see them still preserving that mythology and the characters and the situations, I just love it. And it really feels like it makes me as a fan feel like I'm appreciated. Not many series are able to do that nowadays, and Chucky does, and that's fucking phenomenal. And I give a lot of credit to Don Mancini. Don Mancini is fucking brilliant, man. I mean, he truly is. He has been with this series since the very beginning. He helped write the original Child's Play. He's written every movie since. He's also ended up executive producing as well, and hell, even directing too. He's been a huge part of who the character of Chucky is, and the mythology and the series itself, and the fact that he helped write this, the fact that he's shepherding this, it is a true passion and a love for this character and this story. And honestly, he's one of the few rarities nowadays. I mean, you look at somebody like Wes Craven. I love Wes Craven, but at a certain point, he cut tail and ran from the Nightmare on Elm Street series. He didn't want anything to do with it anymore. He left it in other people's hands. and you kind of see where it went. I mean, even looking at Sean Cunningham, who I love Sean Cunningham, fucking brilliant as far as a horror legend is concerned. But he even stepped away from the Friday the 13th franchise after a while. He never shepherded all the way through. Don Mancini has been there completely, and I really appreciate that. This is something where he has completely invested his career and his love into this character and this series, and it's paid off in spades. And it's amazing, and I give him all the credit in the world to really make this series what it is. And this is a triumph, and one of the reasons why is because of him. I love everything about this. Even what they did with Chucky, where they did with the puppetry and everything, is absolutely phenomenal. I love what they do with him, because let's be real, this is a TV budget on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's not that they have oodles of money that they have in the back in a bank somewhere. Like, they only have a limited amount to work with, and the fact that they made it as great as it could with the puppetry, and it is phenomenal, man, says a lot. They really go out of their way to make this a very fun entertainment experience for any Chucky lover out there. And for me, man, did I fucking dig it. I so fucking love this, dude. It is so absolutely phenomenal, man. And honestly, I can't wait for season 2. I thought I would have never said that, but season 2, here we come, man, because this series has really been one of the biggest pleasant surprises. I mean, with the kid characters, with Chucky himself, even diving into Chucky's backstory, Charles Lee Ray and how he was as a kid, and meeting people like Tiffany, and even in the TV show, the grown-up Charles Lee Ray, when you find out who played that, holy shit, I was blown away by that shit, man. I mean, seriously, this is a love letter to the fans, a love letter to the franchise, and Don Mancini is a fucking rock star, man. Chucky is a fucking rock star, and it's series like this and a character like this that make him number 3 on my list. Forget about Pinhead and Leatherface and Michael Myers. Those are amateur hour. Chucky, he's the real deal, baby. Oh, indeed he is, man. The Legacy of Chucky, deleted scenes, not bad. If you were hesitating, don't, because it's really, really fucking bloody good. And man, if you're a fan, your patience will pay off. Oh, it really will. So fucking good. Who'd have thought on that one, man? Seriously, miracles do exist. They really do, man. And to cap it all off, might as well have a little Shudder goodness, huh? The Blu-ray of The Boy Behind the Door for $14.99. I've never seen this one, actually. The cover's kind of got me intrigued, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, it is fresh, though, from Rotten Tomatoes. Not like that matters much, but hey, it is a selling point. What is this about? A night of unimaginable terror awaits 12-year-old Bobby and his best friend Kevin when they are abducted on their way home from school. Oh, shit. Managed to escape his confines, Bobby navigates the dark halls, praying his presence goes unnoticed as he avoids his captor at every turn. Even worse, he's brought up another stranger whose mysterious arrangement with the kidnapper spells certain doom for Kevin. With no means of calling for help and miles of dark country in every direction, Bobby embarks on a rescue mission determined to get himself and Kevin out alive, or die trying. Ooh, good luck, kid. Oh, man, it kind of looks good. I'm not gonna lie, the synopsis kind of intrigues me. I like the idea of kids in danger. There's something about kids in horror movie in danger that instantly makes it watchable. You're on the edge of your seat, you wondering what's going to happen to them next. I think that's why It Chapter 1 is much more successful than It Chapter 2, because kids being in danger is just a hell of a lot more effective in general, and it's the same thing here, man. This kind of intrigues me. Then again, it's Shudder, and let's be honest, Shudder is kind of 50-50. They sometimes make really great work, and sometimes they're aping off of way better films and not doing it half as well. Where does The Boy Behind the Door head out to? Well, I'm not quite sure, but honestly, kids in danger with mysterious strangers and fighting for survival, that definitely gets me intrigued in a big bad way. It honestly does. Wonder what you guys think about that. Definitely let me know, but man, is there physical media love this week. Damn, did Best Buy pull it out of the park. They did a really great job, and you definitely got to appreciate it. Oh, I always do. Let's head out. Wait a minute, what's exactly going on with Best Buy this week? Because they are showing off the physical media love in a big bad way. I mean, even over here, they've actually kind of restocked the physical media section. Look at this. Holy shit. My God, man. They've actually went out of their way to show off the physical media love really well, actually. I don't know what they're on. I don't know what pills they're taking, but I kind of want some of it. I'm not going to lie. I really do, man. I mean, they have more Arrow goodness, Flash Gordon, of course, Pitch Black as well. Hell, they even have over here, the Blu-ray of Beavis and Butthead Do America. That's awesome. That's really great, dude. And they have that. They have, over here, they have the Uncut Gems love. Hell, they even have Citizen Kane. What? My God, man, they have a lot of great physical media goodness over here. What the hell happened, man? I'm not complaining. I'm just kind of shocked. But in a really pleasant way, man. Let's hope this love actually continues with more physical media goodness. Yes, we didn't see everything. Of course, I would have loved to have seen the Spider-Man Steelbook love, but something tells me everybody's wanting to see that. Maybe our patience will pay off eventually on that. Maybe. But outside of that, you gotta be honest with yourself. Best Buy definitely did their due diligence on physical media love this week, and it's very, very greatly appreciated. Can't say they always do their due diligence on the love, but this week, they really went out of their way to bring in some really great product, and hopefully it sells, and hopefully more physical media love to come. Cross fingers. As a physical media lover, I can definitely dig it. I know you can as well. Oh, quite plentiful indeed. How about we head out of all the physical media goodness, head home, and finish the video. Alright, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And, well, you can't deny that the stores had little Spider-Man love this week. Oh, you cannot deny it. No doubt about it. Okay, well, some of the exclusives, some places have and some places don't. Yeah, it's gonna be a very popular movie, guys. Trust me, those exclusives are gonna go fast and furious in a big bad way. But hey, if you're willing to just go with little standard 4K or little standard Blu-ray love, hey, the stores have plenty of it. That is for damn sure. And a few really great little titles here and there as well. Not half bad overall, man. But the star of the show was definitely Spider-Man. That is for damn sure, man. And rightfully so. Hopefully you picked up something good. If you did, definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, well, I did get a few titles. So, alright, now, of course, you guys have to know that I bought Spider-Man No Way Home, right? You have to. But what did I get exactly? So, you know, they had the Target exclusive, which looked really cool. The regular 4K, which looked cool. Regular Blu-ray, that looked cool. Obviously, the Best Buy Steelbook was nowhere in sight, and neither did I see the Walmart exclusive. However, just because one Walmart doesn't have it, doesn't mean they all don't. Because, hey, you could stumble upon it. Little exclusive love. Oh, yes, I finally did, man. So, okay, here I am going to the second Walmart location, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, oh, boy, they've got it. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, this cover. Look at this, man. This is a great, great cover. I love this, man. Just him sitting there, and every Public Enemy #1, and everybody's attacking him. I love that. It's so great. This is one hell of cover art, man. This is amazing. I love this. So this is the exclusive Walmart slip. Finally getting to show it off. It looks so, so sweet, man. And on the inside, it also has the regular 4K art as well. So you get two arts in one. That is pretty damn cool, man. You don't always see that from studios, and you definitely got to appreciate it. Oh, this one was something I definitely wanted in a big bad way. I'm so happy that I have it in my hands. Oh, it's so goddamn cool, dude. It really is. There is some amazing exclusives out there for Spider-Man. It's Marvel. Of course they were going to do exclusive love. And this is one of the sweetest. That is for damn sure. It looks so damn cool. Come on. That is pretty sweet. And I'm so glad I found it. Of course, I wanted to pick this one up in a big bad way. So, of course, I had to pick up the movie. I own all of the MCU movies. And, of course, I had to add No Way Home to the list. It is one of the best MCU movies of all time, and rightfully so. The characters, the situations, the emotion, the callbacks, so great and just very emotional and thrilling and adventurous and everything that I wanted. And damn it, is it just that goddamn good. It really is. Here's hoping for more Spider-Man love in the future, but in the meantime, we got a pretty good one to be checking out. And Lord knows it's going to get a lot of rotation. Indeed it will, man. So glad that I got that. But I also ended up getting a little bit of Black Bag mystery love. Oh, indeed I did. So this is another new release that came out this week. And, well, I don't want to say exactly what it is, but what I will say is that it's one that is very highly sought after. One that will, on the collector's market, go for big money on eBay. And I'm so happy that I have it in my hands. What is it exactly? Well, you guys won't exactly find out until eventually when I do a Blu-ray pickup video for this month. And my God, some of the stuff that I've gotten has been pretty goddamn sweet. Even Black Bag Mysterious Love. Not bad on that one, but that's not all, because speaking of mysterious packages, I also happened to get a little package from Arrow. Oh, wait a minute. Arrow Video? Package love? Oh my God. Well, any package love is good, but when it comes from Arrow, that's even sweeter, man. This one is one that I pre-ordered. One that I was very happy to pre-order, by the way. I love the movie, and I thought this would never get a special edition release. But I figured if anybody should get it and show it the love it deserves, why not Arrow? Oh, man. It's a great gothic tale that I am so happy to finally see get the love that it properly deserves. Oh, so glad that I had it in the mail coming to me. It's going to be well worth the revisit. Indeed it is. Little Arrow Video goodness. Mysterious Black Bag love, and oh, we cannot forget little Spider-Man goodness as well. Oh, the physical media is definitely something that I love, and this week I definitely showed it the appreciation it deserves. And before I let you guys go, I've got to talk about this. Now, it's been a while since it happened, but I still figured why not dive into it, because, well, we're talking about the streaming wars here, folks. And they're getting hot and spicy yet again. From Cord Cutters News, Amazon has acquired MGM for $8.5 billion. That's with a B. Let's dive in, shall we? Amazon has announced that it closed on its $8.5 billion acquisition of MGM, bringing a catalog of more than 4,000 film titles and 17,000 TV episodes to Amazon as the studio joins Prime Video and Amazon Studios. Rumors about Amazon's interest in acquiring MGM for about $7 to $10 billion began in early May of 2021. Amazon and MGM made a joint announcement to confirm the pending deal later that month. Today, the deal was completed, 2 days after the companies received clearance from the European Commission, which stated that the transaction would raise no competition concerns. The FTC had a March deadline to make a decision on whether to challenge the deal, which, of course, they didn't. MGM has a nearly century-long legacy of producing exceptional entertainment, and we share their commitment to delivering a broad slate of original films and television shows to a global audience, said Mike Hopkins, Senior Vice President of Prime Video and Amazon Studios, in an announcement Thursday morning. We welcome MGM employees, creators, and talent to Prime Video and Amazon Studios, and we look forward to working together to create even more opportunities to deliver quality storytelling to our customers. MGM's catalog includes 12 Angry Men, Basic Instinct, Creed, James Bond, Legally Blonde, Moonstruck, Poltergeist, Raging Bull, RoboCop, Rocky, Silence of the Lambs, Stargate, Thelma and Louise, Tomb Raider, The Magnificent Seven, The Pink Panther, The Thomas Crown Affair, and many other iconic titles, as well as 17,000 TV shows, including Fargo, The Handmaid's Tale, and Vikings. We are excited for MGM and its bounty of iconic brands, legendary films, and television series, and our incredible team and creative partners to join the Prime Video family, said Chris Brereton, Chief Operating Officer of MGM. MGM has been responsible for the creation of some of the most well-known and critically acclaimed films and television series of the past century. We look forward to continuing that tradition as we head into the next chapter, coming together with a great team at Prime Video and Amazon Studios to provide audiences with the very best in entertainment for years to come. We'll see how this fares, but man, they spent a lot of money. Let's hope it's well worth it. Oh, let's hope indeed it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is a big effing deal. Okay, this is huge. Because I've told you guys that when it comes to the streaming wars, it is content, content, content. And that's what it's all about, baby, okay? Remember back in the day, Netflix used to have all these TV shows and movies, and eventually that started to get whittled down more and more and more. Because all these studios, they saw how much money Netflix was making. And they said, wait a minute. They're making money off of our content, so why can't we make money off of our own stuff? Why is Netflix taking advantage of our own things? And that's when the studios came a-calling to the streaming love. Indeed, and let's be honest, we have seen so many over the course of these past few years really pop up in a big bad way, whether Hulu has become more prominent, obviously Disney Plus, Prime Video, Peacock, Paramount Plus, and God knows what else is coming across the horizon, man. I mean, literally, there is so much streaming platforms that is coming to your face every year practically now. And don't think by any stretch of the imagination that we're done, because there will be more of them. And at this point, all of the platforms are like, we need content. Not only original content, but we need to keep the content that we have. And so if you want to see all these older films, if you want to see all of these older properties, TV shows, movies, you name it, well, then you're going to have to pay a fee to get them. And now it's the same with Prime Video. I mean, this is huge for Amazon, if you think about it, because I kind of always felt like Amazon is a really great streaming platform to a certain degree, but it was never Netflix and it was never Disney. It was always kind of one of those third or fourth tier ones. You're like, it's good, I like it, it's got some good stuff, but it's not nearly the quality of some of the other ones. Well, that's about to change. Because when Jeff Bezos has the cash, well, it's kind of burning a hole in his pocket, so he kind of needs to start throwing it. He could throw it in many directions, but why not throw it for more content? I mean, can't quite say I blame him. And now that he has all these properties, what is he going to do with these properties? I think that's really the most important thing out of all this, right? Because there are so many things that are happening right now in the world of streaming. There is so many properties that people are exploiting. You look at something like Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has the Harry Potter franchise. They're not going to let the Harry Potter franchise go. They're going to make more Fantastic Beasts movies, and they're going to exploit that thing till the end of time. It's the same thing with Universal and Fast and the Furious or Jurassic Park. I mean, they say this next Jurassic Park movie is the last one. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm serious, man. Because I'm like, okay, that's what you say, but if this movie makes a shitload of money, you'll be singing a different tune in about a year's time, okay? Just saying, you will, alright? That's what these companies do. They exploit their titles to make more money. And now Amazon has more of them to do just that. I mean, there's some that I am looking forward to seeing where they go with it. Like something like Stargate. I'm a huge Stargate fan. And I kind of feel like the franchise has went dormant now for a while. And there's so much opportunity out there for that franchise, man. And to me, I kind of feel like with Amazon's money and their production value, they could really do something cool with the Stargate brand again. So in some ways, in that aspect, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's interesting. But then what about something like the Rocky franchise? Creed, for instance. They're making Creed 3 right now. They're literally filming it. And so what's going to happen with that? Technically, it's now under the banner of Amazon. So is Amazon still going to put it out theatrically? Are they going to put it straight on a streaming platform? How is that going to work exactly? And then, again, what about the James Bond franchise? Because if you remember way back, maybe even like a year or so back, that there was a bidding war for No Time to Die. And who was one of the people that was leading the bidding war? It was Amazon. Amazon was leading the bidding war. And they, I think, were going to buy the rights to No Time to Die for like a huge amount of money. And they never ended up actually selling it to Amazon. They ended up actually honestly putting out theatrically, and thankfully so. But for a little while there, it was kind of sketchy. Like, what was going to happen with No Time to Die? Was it going to go to Amazon? And if so, was it going to go straight to streaming? Now, well, any future James Bond movies, that's up in the air at this point. I mean, here's the thing about it, right? I've told you guys before in different articles that movie theaters are on the ropes. And they're on the ropes for very different reasons, right? Because they're actually lacking content. Because there is so much streaming platforms now. There are so many studios that are so invested in streaming that they no longer really feel the need to put out every title in theaters anymore like they used to do even 2 or 3 years ago. And so now a lot of these movie theaters are now begging for more content, more variety. They cannot just rely on blockbusters because sometimes those blockbusters fail and theaters have multiple space and so many theaters in which to play a movie. And so if that movie doesn't put the butts in the seats, then we're just wasting space and wasting money, and we can't afford to do that. And so the more content that movie theaters have, the better that they can to get butts in the seats. All different varieties of people. The teenagers, the kids, the older folk, you name it. And unfortunately now that's slightly going away. I've talked about that in previous videos. And the idea now is with Amazon acquiring MGM, that tosses everything in the air, right? Because with Disney has held back a lot of movies to put on their Disney Plus platform. The same with Hulu, because they have a majority stake in Hulu as well. So they're putting content on there as well and not bringing it to theaters. Now, add MGM to the list, because now MGM being owned by Amazon, Amazon can say, well, why would we put the latest Creed movie or the latest Bond movie in the theaters when we could end up probably making a killing on a streaming platform and get more eyeballs on it, more subscriptions to our brand, and that way we keep all the money to ourselves. Look, I'm not 100% sure that will happen. I'm pretty positive those movies will come to theaters in some way, shape, or form, but it's not out of the realm of possibility either. You got to admit that. And that's scary for movie theaters. That's really scary for them. And look, I'm somebody that loves the streaming platforms to a certain extent. I love seeing original content, and this does give Amazon a certain sense of doing some original content that might actually be kind of cool down the line. Then again, there's opportunities for them to really exploit this in a bad way. There's actually, Amazon has announced, right, that they are doing a James Bond competition show. Like a James Bond reality competition thing. I'm so serious to you guys. Swear to God, they're actually doing it. And I know it's been in development for a long while, but now with the acquisition, it finally feels like they can finally do it. And obviously owning the rights to James Bond now, they can really exploit it in a big bad way. I don't know how I feel about a James Bond reality competition show. I don't know. Like, that really feels wrong to me. Like, it really does. Like, it just doesn't feel right, man. And I don't know. Like, I feel like now we're just gonna do, like, exploiting properties for reality shows and doing mega spin-offs of movies that don't really deserve it, and all these watered-down TV shows that are gonna kill the brand. I mean, if you play your cards right, if Amazon does it well and they're smart about this, then they can really do some unique and creative stuff. If they're just going out there to exploit the brands just for the sake of exploiting them and making more money just for greedy sake, then they're just gonna really kill their properties off really fast and tarnish the brand, so to speak. I mean, I like Amazon for the most part. I think Amazon has done some really unique stuff. Stuff like The Boys, which is absolutely phenomenal, man. I love that shit. It's really cool. And they've done some really other great properties and original programming. And I think they've been smart for the most part in selling their streaming platform, selling their own brand of entertainment. And I think this only ups the game, right? They've basically now ended up shooting a shot across the bow of Netflix and Disney and basically saying, hey man, we're not going away anytime soon. We are going to be sticking around for a long time, and we just proved it. We're willing to spend $8.5 billion. If that doesn't say that we're serious, fuck, I don't know what does, man. I mean, seriously, so now Disney is going to have to up their game. Obviously, Netflix is going to have to up their game, and everybody is just going to put more money into original content, more money into original movies and original programming, and keep it on their streaming platforms. Because let's be real, guys, streaming is too big to fail at this point. Companies have put so much money into streaming and the content that at this point, they need to survive. This is like not a, oh, well, maybe they can survive, well, if they go out of business. No, it's like, this is a must. They need to survive simply because there's just too much goddamn money invested in this at this point. And what does that mean for movie theaters? What does that mean for the future of streaming? I've told you that the streaming wars have just begun, all right? That we are, in a lot of ways, in its infancy. And this is going to rage on for many years to come. The back and forth and the battles and the acquisitions and, you know, what do you keep on a streaming platform and what do you put in a movie theater and how many eyeballs can you get on your service and how much money you're going to have to actually invest and pay into these as well. Because think about it. They just spent $8.5 billion on a huge cachet of entertainment. And so much content that they're going to have to put more money into to creating the newer content. So what does that mean? Well, that means that Prime Video will probably go up in price again. I'm just saying, don't be shocked in like a year or 2 years when the price goes up even more. Don't get angry because I just predicted it, folks, okay? And it's the same thing with all these other. More content and more spending money means that they are going to charge you more. It's just the reality, folks. And so there is a lot of questions, and there's not many answers right now. And I'm curious as to where the future holds for these properties. I'm curious as to see where the streaming wars go from here. But this is huge and major news. And also, I do want to mention this because I think it's important that if you are a physical media lover, like I am, you see this acquisition as perhaps good news because maybe Amazon will do some maybe unique additions, exclusives perhaps on Amazon, maybe that they'll put on sale for physical media lovers, maybe. I kind of highly doubt it. But if you're also a fan of the boutique labels, I also think this is a little bit of a fear because who knows whether Amazon is going to let people like Scream Factory and Arrow and Kino Lorber and all these other places, will they let them actually take the content now and do additions themselves? Because, you know, look, a lot of these companies have raided the vault. These boutique labels have made great additions, and now that Amazon has acquired this, maybe Amazon says, well, look, yeah, I know you had a deal with MGM, but now we own the rights and we're not going to give you the titles anymore. That could be a potential problem, guys. I'm just saying. And a lot of these movies that have physical media releases, maybe it's time to get those titles now. Maybe it's time to say, okay, well, I've been wanting X, Y, and Z. Maybe it's about time that I get them because they're probably going to go out of print sooner rather than later. Again, with putting content on a streaming platform, what does all these companies think when it comes to streaming? They're thinking about the money. They're thinking about the fact that if you want to watch the content, you're going to have to pay the price to do it. And having physical media out there or new editions of those movies out there doesn't help with the streaming brand. So at the end of the day, what is Amazon going to do with that? Are they just going to stop these companies and these boutique labels from not putting out new editions of those movies? Are they going to take back the rights? Are they going to end any future physical media releases of any of those titles? Who knows? I don't think that's going to happen fully. But again, I don't know what the future holds. As I said, there are so many unanswered questions, and there's no real definitive concrete answers either. This is all speculation at the end of the day. So I'm curious to see where this all goes. I'm curious to see what happens in the future. But boy, we are just getting started, man. And if you think this is the end of the streaming wars, if you think that this acquisition is like the be-all, end-all, then man, you have not been paying attention, because there is going to be so much more content that is out there. There is going to be so much more money thrown at these platforms and these studios really spending the cash, because again, the streaming wars have just begun. Oh, indeed they have, and the billions will keep on rolling out. Where will it go next? I have no idea, but honestly, I cannot wait to find out. I wonder what you guys think about this. What do you think of it in terms of movie theaters, of physical media, of streaming, of the cost to consumers? There's so much possibilities, and at the end of the day, this could all turn out to be a really great thing, or it could turn out to be a disaster. Either way, I'm excited to see where it all goes. I am indeed. I wonder what you guys think. Definitely let me know. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD out and about videos that I've done. Movie reviews with my friends, Blu-ray pickup videos, live streams, and much, much more. If you are a lover of movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank my really great subscribers out there. You guys are amazing and awesome. You watch the videos, you're patient on when I upload them, and you're willing to give me really great feedback, and I really greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you, man, for going out of your way to watch the videos. And keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. FilmFan108, keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. And if you would like to send the channel any movie-related love, you can do it. The P.O. box is in the description below. It's not expected, but it's definitely appreciated. I know you guys have went out of your way to say, hey, we're kind of interested to send you stuff, and where do we send it? Well, the P.O. box is the place to go. I've just re-upped for another 6 months because you guys requested it, so let's hope the P.O. box adventures in the future are very plentiful, but guess we'll have to find out. But I can't wait to see what you guys send me. So if you are interested, P.O. box is the place to be. But I guess that is it for the video. So much stuff to show off, so much to talk about, but I guess there's more to talk about in the future. So I will see you back in the next Out and About. Take care, everybody, and remember, happy hunting.